welcome back. I am Rose, and I'm so glad that you found me. Big shout out to Empower Network for helping you find me on the big bad interwebs. What we're going to talk about today is something that I know a lot about. What I know. And what I know today is, what is Etsy? Etsy. Have you heard of it? Chances are, if you found this video, you have, but you're not quite sure what it is. So I am going to put together a little vlog for you to show you exactly what Etsy is, and show you how to kind of basic navigation of the site. Okay? Great.
So here we are. We've landed at the Etsy, E-T-S-Y, homepage. What you'll find on Etsy when you first land there is what's called their front page. 12 items that have been put together in a collection by one of the members of Etsy. You could make a collection like this. And it's just things that kind of go together, and they always land on the front page. And each of these items is either vintage, like this Edwardian shift top, handmade, like this cute little nursery bunting flag, or this soap, or these pillows, or craft supplies, which I'm not sure if these straws would fall under that or not, but it might. You could click over here if you want to browse one of the categories. It comes up kind of Pinteresty when you do this. Gives you some other breakdowns of categories. So let's go to gift wrap, and it'll be kind of a random offering of what's available in the gift wrap section. Maybe if you don't really have an idea what you're looking for, this is the way to go for the browsing. But I like to search. I'm usually looking for something specific. So let's say I'm looking for Tibetan mala beads, and it has this saved because this is the 4th time I've tried to do this screencast. Like I said, I'm very new at this. So the 3 basic categories are represented over here. You have handmade, which we can narrow this search by just looking for handmade mala beads, handmade necklaces. There's some very cool ones here. These are all made by an artist. Oh, I like that one. You could also look for vintage if you're interested in vintage mala bead necklaces, or just the beads. You could find them here. And then if you wanted to make your own, say, and you were looking for the actual beads, you could just buy the beads and make your own. Buy 108 of them, string them together, and make yourself a mala prayer necklace. So that's the basics of Etsy, what Etsy is. The really cool thing about Etsy is each shop has a person behind it, whether it's me. Oh, look, pretty lady in a scarf. That is me. This is my shop. I've made all of these things by hand. So when you buy something from someone like this, you get to know them through the transaction. I mean, if they're a good seller, you get to have a conversation with them. For example, this is my friend Renee, her shop up in Ottawa, Canada. She makes some beautiful jewelry. And let's say I really like these black seed bead woven earrings, but I'd rather have them in blue. The really, really cool thing about Etsy is that you can request a custom order from any of these shop owners who have this button in their shop. That means that they're willing to do custom requests. So you can push that, and you can start a conversation with that seller, with that artist, and they can make something just for you, which is really, really cool. You can find some pretty awesome stuff on Etsy. Handmade soap. Shout out Kathy in Colorado. This is her soap, and I gotta tell you, it's one of the best soap shops on Etsy. Delicate by Nature. Check her out. But I mean, that's just a real short overview of what Etsy. Oh, here's my hair shop. Yay! I make all these little hair accessories for fun. But there's some really cool stuff on Etsy, and if you spend a little time browsing through and searching for things that you'd like with the search bar up here, or if you're just kind of bored and feeling Pinteresty, come on over to the browse section and see what you can find. There's usually some pretty rad stuff in the costumes. Let's just give it a little look. We just have to. Oh my, goodness gracious. Ooh, I could be Daenerys from Game of Thrones. All right.
So, much later in the day, after I figured out how to do a screencast to show you what Etsy is, you saw the basics. You saw that you can get stuff that's handmade, stuff that's vintage, and you can get craft supplies on there. And the really amazing thing about it is that you're making a connection with one person who's running that shop. And you can find really awesome one-of-a-kind items ranging from a Daenerys costume to a little hair clip. Whatever you're looking for, you can probably find it on Etsy. And I'm glad that you let me be the one to introduce you to it. So thank you. And another big shout out to Empower Network for getting me out there so that you could find me. Talk to you next time.
I am a honeybee, shun out from the colony, and